Hello everyone, I wanted to give you guys a little update on garden things. Some very exciting things are happening. Our tomatoes and our peppers have mostly all germinated at this point. I still have some extra things growing here. Some of the lettuce and bok choy, and I also got my dahlias and zinnias here that we started together the other day. And before I start showing you guys the progress on those seedlings over here, I also want to say before I forget that we had a lot of rain in this past couple days, and I decided to transplant some things to the green stock outside anyway. So those seedlings that were acclimating by the time that I planted my new green stock, I now decided to plant them out. So the purple napa cabbage, some extra broccoli, and then on my basket with green stock I also had some empty pockets, so I have decided to direct sow some spinach. I just added that straight to the pockets over there, and I had some arugula seedlings that are also already acclimated, and I decided to plant the arugula seedlings on the back pockets there as well. So I brought my seedlings up here because it's easier for me to show when I'm up here than when I'm downstairs, but they were in the grow light until now. I also like to see them here because I don't have really a place to set them down there. I have to put it in the floor, so I usually bring them up here, look at them in the light, and if I need to do some work on them, I can do it standing up. That's why those are up here. And also I took the bigger ones, some of the biggest seedlings down there, to acclimate outside too. I love acclimating when it's sort of a light rain and cloudy day. I put it out there to get nicely watered, and usually the cloud cover will help them not getting shocked so much. It's also a little bit on the warmer side. Today is not too cold, so I'm comfortable putting them out there. I did that this past 3 days, so they are already kind of handling being outside for longer. I prefer to always acclimate them in an overcast day if I can. And then we're gonna have a warm weekend, so by the weekend I'll probably try to get them in full sun to see how they'll handle, and hopefully find a permanent home for them, because I already planted a lot of the empty pockets on my green stock. My lettuce green stock right here by my door is also doing really good. It has put on a lot of growth in this past few days, and they're definitely enjoying the rain. I will probably do our first harvest this weekend already. I'm super excited. On the downside though, is that for the first time, I think, the slugs found my green stock up here. After 4 years, I've noticed now some slug damage in the green stock, but it's been so wet that I'm kind of not surprised that they have come up here somehow. But it's okay, just a couple of the bok choys look a little damaged there, but I can always harvest them. We'll just take the outer leaves, and then I have new ones to plant it in there in case we need it. So I'm glad that I have these backup seedlings just in case, things like that happen. So now let's take a look at everything that's on the table. Let's start here with the tomatoes. You can see that on both of these trays I have put some vermiculite on top. It's because I noticed that I was having some green algae growth, so I added that just to try to stop them. But here, most of the tomatoes have germinated. Some of them have 1, some have 2 seedlings. And this one's doing really good. This one, because some lettuce seeds fell in here because there's some lettuce growing. But this cherry tomato tray germinated very well. I have more than 2 per cell. Then I have the fancy tomatoes that I planted, the Persuasion, the Sergeant peppers, and the Pascal de Picardy or Picardie. I don't know how to say this. Picardie. Oh, this is new. I haven't seen this yet, so this is for today. Yesterday I just noticed this guy here, but you guys will see 2. One are doing very great here, and a very tiny one here. And this guy only has 1. And then here, those are the bigger indeterminate tomatoes, this, that too. So the Amish paste, I've got a few in here. The Midnight Roma, only 1 germinated so far. Right? Or is that 2 in here? Oh, that's 2. I have another one there. Together. Hard to see with the camera here. That's the second one. And then the Purple Hearted Dwarf Tomato, I have 3 of them. So I might, little spot ant, not that great, but anyway, but I might have to find a new home for this. Let's see how. I'm just trying to plant the healthiest ones this year, so we'll see how that's gonna go. And here I had the basil, the dill, and I started some marigolds in here. So this marigolds germinated really fast, first and everything, so I decided to take them out of here. There was 6 exactly, and put them in this container. So these have been already transplanted, and I gave them more space to grow here individually. So they're doing good. And then I fill this with soil again and put it some bunny tail grass that I got from Aubrey at our garden club meeting when we did the seed exchange. I really want to see how this looks like. So I put just a few seeds in here just to try growing, seeing how it goes. It's the first time growing them. I'm just curious about it. And on the rest of this tray, I just had these things that I started before, these tomatoes, if you recall from the video. So I had these lettuces in here. The bok choy, they're doing good. And then more lettuce here too. So I have too much lettuce for my space up there. And I usually harvest these lettuces on the green stalk there as cut and come again. So maybe this year, see that one there has the slug damage? See if I can show you. It's the one that has some, it's been eaten around. So a few of this, I might just harvest and replant it. It's soon enough in the season that it's totally fine for me to do that. So maybe that's something I'll do, or maybe I can plant some lettuce on this hanging containers too. But it's nice to have some extra seedlings in here. And then on this side I have the peppers. So this whole trays here are peppers and eggplants too, actually, also. So it's a little inverted, I moved them around. Here the eggplants are in the back now. The fairy tale eggplant had great germination. I did decide to pinch some of them. You see there's this little stump in here because I don't have space for all of them, and I didn't really want to use more soil to separate all of them. There's 6 in here, more than I need. So I decided to just pinch the ones that grew together. I took out the weakest ones and left the biggest ones there. So we'll see how this is going to do. Then I have the orange charmed eggplant. This one I couldn't pinch because they both look so gorgeous, these two in here. So I might separate one of these guys. And these I'm waiting to see which one are going to look nicer before I pinch also. Then the patio baby eggplant, I have 3. Don't have anybody else. I didn't pinch those. I had not a lot of seeds, so I just put 1 seed each, and they all germinated. I think I only put 1 seed each. I have to watch back my video to see, but that's what I'm guessing because there's only 1 each here. And then this dark purple eggplant from Hawaii, I have 1, and this second one here is not looking great. They will go in the plot. They're bigger if they make it. And this guy here, not a lot of luck. This is a Black Beauty eggplant. So we'll see. There's only 1 here that their original leaves are gone. I don't think they even developed. They're just shriveled. And then it has some other leaf developing here. But we'll see how that's gonna do. I might not have Black Beauty eggplant this year. And now we can start with the peppers. So here the pimento peppers have all germinated, looking good. The malagueta have germinated here. This is a Brazilian pepper. This is a Brazilian pepper too, little de moça, no germination on this yet. Biquinho, also nothing yet. This is Brazilian pimenta de cheiro, 2 germinated, but look, there's some weird things in their leaves. And I'm scared that some kind of bug kind of went there. I don't know. I might use some of those Arbor organic insecticide things on my seedlings this year because I really don't want to lose them or have any disease inside the house. So this is the stuff that I wanted to give away. It's a bioinsecticide and safe for organic gardening. I might use some of that into the seedlings just to make sure they're nice and healthy before I put them outside or before a pest outbreak, you know, happens in my basement in my grow light situation. I already have some bad news with those guys down here that I'll talk about it later, but I have to do this. I can't keep delaying because I don't want anything to spread. It's always best to do it when the population is not too much yet. You know, it's first start seeing some damage. It's good to take care of it if you can, so they don't just explode. All right, going back to checking them out. So we stopped in here, this guy, so we're gonna address that. And then here, the togarashi pepper, I think this and the jalapenos were the first one to germinate. This one's doing great. That's a Japanese pepper. And then I have the pimenta palmeiras. Sorry if I said that wrong last video, Yosa. So this hasn't germinated yet, which I'm a little bit sad about it, but it's a very hot pepper, so it might take a little longer. Same with the other ones. Those are not too hot, but I'm not going to give up on them yet because some peppers can take a while to germinate. Usually I have had luck with them, but you know, there's also first time. So this year I'm gonna try to be patient and wait and see if they'll still come up for me. Here with also the same one, the pimenta arari, the one from the Amazon in Brazil, didn't come up. And then I have Scotch bonnet that did come up, and they look very small, so they're kind of like a smaller pepper, dwarf pepper, which is can kind of tell right even when they're seedlings. So these are gonna do great on the green stalk. I got these seeds with the green stalk too for free. And then jalapenos looking great, but kind of turning yellow. So I think they're getting hungry because they're in a small cell, they're growing fast and they're competing with each other. So for these guys here, I'm gonna separate them. I'm gonna try to keep as many jalapeno plants as I can to plant at the top plot. So I need to do this today. I don't wanna see any more yellowing happening. So today, after this video, I'm gonna take this out and I'm gonna repot them into individual cells, and in a couple days I'll give them some fertilizer. I use this organic Neptune's Harvest fish and seaweed fertilizer for my seedlings and for my plants outside. So I'm just gonna use this a little bit diluted, and I'll feed those plants to make sure that they stay still nice and healthy inside, because I don't want them to suffer, stunt, or go hungry. And then here I have some puma peppers with this gorgeous dark purple foliage. Very nice. I'm glad I decided last minute to grow them again this year because they're so pretty and it tastes good too. And then the kobachi peppers, I have a few that germinate in here. This is looking a little funny. We'll see what's going to happen from there. And 0 poblanos so far. Same with this here for Linda, one of the members of the garden club that I'm growing this for. Nothing came up here with the poblanos. I have some patio baby eggplant doing great. The jalapeno came up, and the biquinho also did not come up here, same as there. So we'll see what will happen with them. So this peppers, tomatoes, and eggplants are still gonna stay inside a little bit longer for me, even though our last frost date has now passed. So we're here in Queens, New York City, zone 7B. Our last frost date's supposed to be on April 1st, and the forecast is looking great for the next 10 days, so it's gonna definitely start warming up, but there's always a chance that temperature can dip back again, so I like to wait until May. No rush. I have my cool season crops growing outside, nice and happy. And when it's time, the weather gets warm, and I like to wait until the night temperatures are about 50 degrees. Then that's when I'm going to plant these heat-loving plants outside. So they're still quite small now, but they will put some nice growth in about 4 weeks. So we'll see how the weather is looking by then. All right, now let's move on to the dahlias and zinnias. So I still have the dome on those because not a lot of them have germinated yet. So out of the 3 trays that I started, only these guys have germinated. The champs in here, the zinnias, they germinated within 2 days after planting, super fast. So this Alpenglow zinnia from Floret, doing great. They all germinated, and they're doing well. These here are dahlias. They're kind of similar, but still a little different. So these are from the mixed seeds dahlias, and this 4 germinated, but no one else here did. So this is from my own collected seeds, so maybe I'm thinking that I might have not done something right, or not have waited long enough, or the seeds are not viable. I don't know. I'm having a little bit of a slow germination with the floret ones too. So these are the petit florets, and I have 1, 2, 3, I guess 4 so far. And these are the Discovering Dahlias from Floret 2. This has been, I have a few more here too. This just came up today. But you can see that's not as much, not as filled out. So I'm a little worried. I did read on the seed pack that dahlia germination can be sporadic. So it said there, be patient. So I'll try to be patient. But I'm now also thinking that I might not have as many dahlias for my seedling experiment project as I thought. And that's okay, but I might order 1 more pack of the Petit Florets, because those are the ones that I'm really excited about. And obviously the Floret dahlias here are the only ones who germinated, the ones that I saved seed from. I don't see anything yet, and same with the other tray that I have downstairs with the Blizzard and the Cornell Bronze. I have 0 germination on those. So because those are my own collected seeds, I'm afraid I could have done something wrong. So I still want to have a nice dahlia bed in the front, and I might order 1 more pack from Floret and see how that goes. Oh, there's one more thing I want to say too. I always kind of forget about something. My late winter sowing experiment started on the 1st of March with the swamp milkweed worked. I finally see some seedlings in there. I have 5 seedlings. See if I can put it on the camera here. Those are gonna go in a pollinator garden, or my little wildflower kind of garden on the plot. Maybe I'll put some in the front yard too for the butterflies. But that's cool. It's nice that it's working. I'll put it back outside and let it get a little bit bigger before I transplant it to the garden. But it's just nice to see some germination of the seeds in there. And that's mostly it for the updates this week. I'd love to spend some time outside. It's already April, so I'm super excited. Hopefully things are going to start moving a little bit faster now. I am planning to plant my potatoes soon. in buckets again this year, and hopefully this weekend I'll get my first green stalk harvest from my lettuce planter. I will try to weigh the harvest. I had a couple comments of people asking to weigh the harvest for them, so you can kind of have an idea how much they produce. You know, I think it depends in so many things. It's not like an exact science. Doesn't mean that I'm gonna get this much, you're gonna get this much, you can get more than me. So that's why I don't like measuring so much, but I know some people like that, so I'll try my best to do it. I'll start trying to measure now and see what kind of yield I can get. I'll keep you guys updated on that. I have to get going here. Thank you so much for watching today. If you have any questions about anything, please let me know in the comment section down below. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you next time.